For sure. Well, okay, so now we're coming around to Galaxy, and this is kind of a funny story because, when we were evaluating what was going to happen this summer and deciding could we do some sessions at the end, were we going to do shorter sessions, a long session, was there any interest in kind of virtual sessions? We did this survey. I think it's been like a month now. And on the survey, most people understandably said they weren't that interested in any virtual camp because everyone wants real camp. So do we. So we did kind of some analysis and realized that the most interest was what appeared to be for the older kids, for the teens. And as we kind of started this conversation, we feel that the junior high, high school age group is an age group that needs a lot of mentorship and support. It is a very challenging time of life for kids, and we know that we have a ton of workshops and things that we do at camp that are beneficial to kids and that we can offer even in this setting. So we went ahead and just kind of planned for those age groups. But recently we did ask parents, would you be interested in something for younger kids? And, we are full of ideas because we do this every year, every summer. All we do is think about friendship activities and camp activities and ways that we can help kids develop their character, grow, learn social skills. So people have expressed interest. And so we've now added this Galaxy program, which we will offer if we get the minimum number of participants, and we're excited about it. So Cheerio, who has always been our specialist of friendship and fun for the younger kids at GAC, has designed it. So Cheerio, we're so excited. First of all, the name, great name.
Yes, we're so excited about it too. So yeah, it's called Galaxy, and it's set up the same way as the other two programs. So it's the 4 weeks with the 12 meetings, and same as the others two. Each week is really focused on a couple character traits or life skills, whatever you'd like to call them. And then the third one each week is more of the social connection time. So it's set up the exact same way, but we didn't want to cover the same things because it's not. There are some things that, they're called life skills for a reason. You need them at different time, throughout your whole life. But we didn't want it to be, a sixth grader thinking that, oh, my kindergarten sister is doing the same thing, so it's not the same thing, but it's, the structure is the same, if that makes sense.
Definitely makes sense. And I think about with this age group, something that we've even seen just in our little, we've now been doing some virtual things this spring. So we've gotten some experience with this. Even on Zoom, you can work on social skills like listening,
Totally.
asking follow-up questions.
Yeah.
There's some different things. We could have like a virtual talking stick that you pass or something. I bet you can come up with that.
Yeah.
Like we do at a campfire when everyone has a chance to talk. So Cheerio, what are the topics you're going to be covering in Galaxy?
So each week we'll be covering 2 skills or life skills, however you want to call them. So the first one is care and compassion, and that's just kind of focusing on those 2 things in your family, but also in your friendships and things outside of your family. And then the next one is gratitude and grit. And basically all of these are starting kind of small and then how they can take them outside. So gratitude and grit, initiative and integrity, courage and confidence, setting goals and self-discipline, respect and responsibility, curiosity and critical thinking, and then similar to the others, how we can bring all of those to the world. And so you'll notice that some of those are similar to the other programs, but it's really geared at their age group and kind of what their challenges are at their age group. And that sort of thing. So I picked kind of 2, so it's kind of more of a really focused on those 2 things. I don't know if that's making sense.
No, I love it. It's like the overview. You're gonna like, and actually the kids can access which of these, like at the end, I could see them saying like what has resonated most with me or the character trait that I most want to build in myself is, grit or compassion or whatever it might be. Love the alliterations, first of all. Thank you for that. Always good to have that. This is an opportunity, it seems like, to bring up all of our past themes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we're going to be able to pull out all of the historical themes and all of the activities and stories and all that great stuff because we've done a lot of these as whole summer themes.
Yes, exactly. That was part of the brainstorming of this program, was kind of this is something we focused on before, and how can we bring this to our campers now? So yeah, I'm excited about the different topics and things like that.
That is so cool. And it's funny because like Growing Grit, which is now like 5 years ago, I mean, these kids are so young, they weren't even here for that. So how fun that we're going to get to kind of expose kids to some of these topics that haven't been as thoroughly covered in recent summers.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of them are things that we talk about, but like your point is perfect, that a lot of times, you know, we think we're covering it again, just kind of throughout camp or whatever, but it's a way to really focus on them. So yeah, I'm excited.
And I'm sure we're going to have with this the parent component where we can send a little like take home sheet. Maybe the parents can learn what we're talking about, so that if they're not involved, which they don't need to be there for the meetings because we have our counselor supervising, but just like a little take home, like this is what we talked about this week. I think that'll be a nice thing for parents to be able to kind of debrief and maybe keep the conversation going throughout the week.
Totally. Yep. That's a great idea. Yeah, I'm excited because I think that a lot of times these campers, I don't know, in other areas it seems like maybe, oh, you know, they're so young, like they're seen as younger, not necessarily at camp, but in other, you know, out in the world, I feel like. And they're just as capable as any other kid, even up to 12th grade. They're capable in different ways. So I totally agree that it would be great for parents to be able to continue it and see, oh, you know, how can you, it's going to have a challenge as well, but, you know, the parents would really play a great part in it as well.
That is so terrific. I'm just so excited. Okay, anything else that you want to add, Cheerio, that we didn't miss? Any other benefits of this program? Or they get a t-shirt, they get a year of credit at camp. What else? Anything else super
Yeah.
cool? Do they get
Yeah.
a certificate?
They do.
Nice.
And there is the option for adding on a coaching session. It could be social skills if there's something that they want to work through about a friendship or anything like that. But it could just be goal setting, or, you know, I really liked this one topic, you know, how does that apply for me, or anything like that. It could be, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. It could be about anything that the camper wants to talk about with their counselor.
Well, that is just awesome. So yeah, it's really fun. I mean, it is, you know, I think there's some different challenges of working with younger kids, but we're hoping to be able to group them pretty, I'm guessing, pretty like in tight age groups. And, you know, ideally there would be, you know, different groups for each different age group. We're not going to be putting kids, like just like at camp, we try to keep things within like a couple grades. So what are you most excited about with Galaxy, Cheerio?
I think I'm just excited. I just love this age group because of their energy. So anytime I meet with anybody in this age group, they're just really fun, and they just have creative ideas amongst themselves, kind of like they were talking about in the other two groups. Just you get so much from your peers as well, and then kind of under the guidance of a GAC counselor. So I think I'm just really excited for, you know, we have an idea of, you know, what we're going to be teaching, but a lot of times I feel like they teach us so much as well, you know, just, I think all kids do that, but this is really my favorite age. So
Awesome.
I'm just excited for what they bring to the table.
Yeah, so cool. Okay, well, this has been so much fun. I think one of the things that, you know, we've been putting this together and really thinking through a lot. And one of our main things is a big part about GAC is our groups and the counselors and how those stay together. And that was why this is to us very different from just like taking an online Coursera course or something where you're just like learning. This is really probably our primary goal, is the connection and relationships. And then through those, learning these things about ourselves. But we also decided this week something that's really kind of fun for us, in that we're having them meet at the same time, so that it's kind of going to be like we gather and then we split up into our cabin group. So, or we end together, you know, we'll figure out the format, but we'll actually feel like a whole camp of kids and counselors meeting these 3 times a week. And I know for me, these adult assemblies and things that we've been doing, they've really been fun and silly and, you know, great. So I think it's going to be fun how we can kind of incorporate sort of the campy, hey, we're all this one community, just like we're gathering for morning assembly, and now we're all splitting off to go to our own little groups and everything. So I think it can be fun. So we're just really excited about this program, as you can hear from us. For our staff, it's a really great opportunity to continue the work that we love to do, which is that mentorship and focusing on growth. And actually, a side benefit of this is we've found some new activities and new skills that we want to work on. So we'll be taking it back to the live program next summer, but there's some new stuff we're doing. So it's been good for our professional development to be working on this new program. And I think, for our staff, like you mentioned at the beginning, I think, Soy, just some of these leadership staff and longtime counselors, they are so, so good at mentoring and working with kids, and they really want to do it. They still want to do it even in this setting, and so they will be terrific. These are people who have already been trained. They've already worked at GAC. They really know the values. They are just really, really good leaders for kids. So it's a nice side benefit of this program that it gives them basically a part-time job for the summer in a role that is very meaningful to them. So they're not going to be delivering pizza. They're going to be mentoring kids.
Yes, definitely. They're really excited about it.
Yeah. So GAC families, the enrollment is open now. You can sign up on your survey. You can call us or email us. We definitely need, do we have a minimum? I can't remember what we decided.
We need 10.
10 in each age group.
Yes.
Okay. So we need 10 participants to be able to offer each of these programs. So, 30 kids, but if you're in the right age groups, it's enough for us to do this program. Really, we need that just because, to make it feasible for the staff to come in and do the program and everything. So we're really excited. We're already about halfway there, I think, in a couple of the age groups as of the time of this recording. So hopefully even more next week. Let us know if you have any questions. We're excited about the Gold Arrow Leadership Academy. It's something that I've been dreaming of actually for years, of something that we could do, maybe not during the summer. So we're hopeful to see how this goes. This is our pilot year, our first year doing it, but we could see having some kind of ongoing mentorship during the school year that maybe meets once a month, or so even these same groups potentially could be kind of a checkpoint if it's something that families are interested in. We know that what kids learn at camp is so powerful, and it's so nice to be able to reinforce it. So I know we'd really enjoy the opportunity to connect in an ongoing way with kids. So who knows? This could be a start. Every closed window, there's an open door. In The Sound of Music, there's some quote about that.